Hello and welcome to the Blackwater podcast. On this episode, it's kind of like a sequel to last week's one, where last week we talked about the underrated albums by bands we love. This time it's time for us to get really controversial and do overrated albums by bands we love. Yeah, that's basically it. There's nothing really much to say. If you enjoyed, please like, share, and subscribe. All the bands we mention later in the 2025 section will be in the description below, so make sure to check them out if you are interested in what we talk about them. Without further ado, enjoy the podcast.
So
But let me give my statement here. Two things.
I'm not listening about you shitting on the toilet. I'm just not. No.
Dude, fucking it's like.
All right, so you got one already. So you got one already. The second one is that I did say I'll take 10 minutes, and I took exactly 10 minutes.
Yeah, we also weren't being mean to you. We were being mean to Nick or anything.
This
Nick
dude said his
deserves
box to get a huge load on the toilet.
Dude, let me tell you, that toilet's not happy. God, you know when the shit is so large, the tip of it just peeks out the water.
Welcome to the Blackwater podcast. I'm going to keep that all in because I think that'd be a good way to start off the episode.
Wait, no!
Tough shit.
Oh my god!
Finally, all four of us are here for the first time in probably months, although no, not months, weeks. But the last episode that comes out will be the one where we're all together, so it won't seem like that long ago. I'm here with Mr. Shitter himself, Vitor, with the other shitter who normally is shitting, Nick, and Hugo, who's probably questioning his life choices at the moment.
Shitting right now. Yep. Who knows?
Yep.
God.
So how has everyone's week been?
Good. Yeah, I mean, I should be submitting my applications this month. I just worked on half of an application today, so everything is good. I bought tickets to see Fear Factory later in the year.
Mm-hmm.
Super excited about that. Yeah, super excited about that. They're playing their first two albums in full, and supposedly Cavalier is supposed to be there as well. So super excited about that.
And how was Coldplay?
Coldplay was great. I was with my family. Sorry. And
you didn't.
I just
didn't
wish.
Bring your mistress.
Yeah. So here's the thing: we were supposed to go on the same day, and we were buying the tickets at the same time to see them together. But the tickets ran out as I was about to get mine, and she had already bought hers for Saturday.
Vitor, you misheard what he said. He didn't say Mrs. He said mistress.
He said mistress. Oh
yeah,
my god. Yeah, never mind that. I brought no mistress. Never mind that. But listen, in my defense, I was saying I didn't bring any mistress, but I was giving you an explanation. Take that off, Connor. You can cut that off. Surely you can cut that off. But yeah, anyway, my girlfriend and I, not the mistress, we were looking into going together, but tickets ran out, so I had to go a different day. But it was still great.
Oh man.
I went with my family, my sister, they loved it. Yeah, just get the first off, please. Get the first part.
Coldplay sucks. Sorry.
Must
have been the wind.
Listen, obviously they're not what I often listen to, but within that, they're like a guilty pleasure of mine, and I'm not scared to say that.
No such thing as a guilty pleasure, in my opinion. You like what you like.
That's a fair stance, I guess.
Have shame for what they like, unlike you, who listens to.
Yeah, I guess they just have shame.
No, my week's actually been good. I got a new phone this week because it was my early birthday present because it's my birthday next week.
Oh, hell yeah.
Was on the verge of shitting itself. It couldn't charge. It took 10 minutes to do anything. So I needed a new phone ASAP. So got a new phone. I'm getting the Witcher books today. I'm ordering them today. They'll be here next week sometime.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah. And I'm getting vinyls from my dad whenever I go back to my dad's.
Fuck yeah.
I'm getting, I think, 5 vinyls, I think it was.
Yeah, I was thinking of buying a new one. It's been too long since I haven't bought one.
You just bought one like 3 weeks ago when Hugo and I were telling you about an album that you bought without before listening.
Which one was that?
The Burden of
I can't.
Ymir.
Yeah, that one.
What was the last one I got?
You bought it without listening to it, and then we're like, "Oh yeah, if this is
Oh yeah,
bad,
I'm
I'm
waiting on
blaming
it.
you
No,
guys."
I'm waiting on it. No, it's great. No, yeah, it's great. Burden of Ymir. No, I'm waiting on it. It's great. Actually, I should talk about it today. But I have another album lined up, so I'll talk about Burden next week. Yeah.
By the way, Vitor, it's not Burden of Ymir, it's Burden of Ymir.
Actually, it's.
Can we kick Bido off the pod?
Whoa!
Sorry, I can't
Whoa.
handle when people pronounce things in my language.
Vito's trying to start
this
a revolution here.
This motherfucker cooks me whenever I mispronounce something whenever we voice chat on Discord.
Yeah, but you deserve that. Especially considering I know how you're going to pronounce something later in the show. You definitely deserve it.
Yeah, wait.
Look, it's okay.
Tough shit. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, not
I think I know exactly what you mean, Connor.
Yeah, I know exactly what it is.
Hugo, how has your week been?
My week's been good. It was my birthday like 6 days ago. I got a new pair of headphones, which is really nice. Actually, like quality pair of headphones. I ordered a bunch of patches to make another battle list and a few T-shirts as well, which
Cool.
most of those should be arriving on Monday. But yeah, my week's been pretty good.
I've booked a trip to Amsterdam in 3 weeks. No, a month. So 4 weeks. Apart from that, I went to the record shop yesterday with my friend, and I was able to get Burned by Deep Purple and Secret Treaties by Blue Oyster Cult. And then my friend Michaela, they like the thing I was getting was like equated to like £28, and I was paying in cash. I was going to pay £30, but then they were like, "Oh, you can just throw in something." So she just got a Police album for like £2, even though it should have been like £10, which is pretty sick. But apart from that, not really done much apart from listening to too much music and watching wrestling today, which has had some shocking matches. But well, I don't really want to watch Jelly Roll wrestle, to be completely honest.
Yeah, that's what they said. Wasn't Jelly Roll wrestling or some shit?
Yeah, it was Jelly Roll and Randy Orton versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. Pete Grabs.
What the hell is wrestling even now?
What do you mean now? We used to have fucking, what was it, Trump versus Vince McMahon, and whoever loses gets their head shaved. That was the main event of WrestleMania. You also had what was it?
Who the fuck
The
wants
big-
to see Jelly Roll?
I don't know. He seems to be getting cheers. But anyway,
Wasn't a Fall in Reverse album from last year? Was it All My Life or
Yeah.
something? That country song, whatever it was.
yeah, you remember that because you listen to it all the time.
No, I listened to that once, and because I legit, no. Motherfucker, I remember you listening to it, and you were sick on the train, and you were like, "I'm gonna
Yeah,
vomit listening to this album."
I was on a coach on the way up to Wolverhampton, and it was such a bad album. I genuinely threw up while listening to it. That's not a joke. I threw up while listening to it.
What the fuck?
So
Yeah.
I remember him complaining in the group chat, "Oh, this album's making me sick. I'm gonna vomit." It was.
Probably the
makes sense.
coach, but I'm blaming the music because the music.
It's a mixture of
bad.
both, to be honest. I reckon.
But anyway, speaking of bad albums, that's not what we're talking about today, because just like last week, we did underrated albums by bands we like.
Mhm.
Well, 3 of us did that. Nick did whatever the fuck he thought the assignment was. This week, we are doing overrated albums by bands we like. And some stuff to clarify before we do this. Again, these are bands we like. So don't get at us for say we don't like these bands or these bands are shit. We all like the bands we're talking about today. Also, we are not saying these albums are bad. I think in many cases, some of us will say the albums we're talking about are great or are really good. It's just they're not as good as everyone says. I think that's important to say because, well, otherwise we'll all get cooked for our opinions, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But we each got 3 picks and then some honorable mentions, and we'll go around. So, Nick, why don't you start us off with your first overrated album?
My first pick is Iowa by Slipknot.
Huh?
While I don't
What?
really listen to,
That's shocking from you.
Right?
You
What
love
kind
that
of thing is
album.
it?
I mean, I do. It's not my favorite Slipknot album. But a lot of the fans act like this album's like the second coming of Christ. It's a good album, but the more music you listen to, you realize it's kind of corny. A lot of the lyrics are corny. And while instrumentally this album is peak, like a lot of the lyrics kind of like go, "What are you doing? What are you talking about?" Like the opening line to "Disaster Piece" is like, "What is this?"
I'm gonna slit your throat and fuck the wound.
And
Well,
also,
like-
fucking, was it people equal shit? Is the most like fucking.
Dude, I'll be honest. Those lyrics went hard when you were like 15 years old, but when you're in your 20s, you're like, "What is this? Come on."
It reminds me of when me and my friends went to go see Carnival AD, and my friend went up, looked at me, and he was like, "Yeah, I related to Peter Steele a lot when I was 13, and now I'm older, I realize why I did, because Peter Steele was basically an edgy 13-year-old that never grew up, and I feel like Slipknot the same thing, where it's like they're just a bunch of edgy kids that never grew up."
Yeah, but I like the album. It's a good album, but
Yeah, the
it
riffs
is
on it are
overrated
good.
in the sense. It is overrated in the sense of it's not peak music. I think it's probably one of the better new metal albums, which really isn't saying a whole lot.
I will say I think
But
the
as a
debut
whole,
has always been better, personally.
I prefer the debut.
I also prefer We Are
I mean,
Not Your
lyrics in the
Kind,
debut,
because that's them actually growing up and making a good album.
but even the lyrics, some of the
What
lyrics
album?
from "We Are Not Your Kind" are corny.
We Are Not Your Kind. From 20.
I don't
Like
like that album.
Spiders.
I don't like that album.
Spiders is a horrible song.
I genuinely hate that song so much.
Yeah, it's not a good song. But we're not talking about that album now. But Iowa is my first pick. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. I still like the album. I just
That
kind of
that has
cringe whenever
shocked
I
me.
listen to it now.
I remember you used to love that album. Like, you used to play that album so much. Now, fair enough. Anyway,
You aren't gonna like my other two picks. I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
I don't know. Vito, what's your
Oh,
number
yeah.
one?
Oh no, indeed.
So my first one is by a band that I do like. It's not my favorite band. It's more so songs that I like, not albums. Maybe two albums that I actually like, but this album I just think it's bad. And the way it's talked about is a complete masterpiece. The ratings are extremely high, and I just cannot agree. I think it's boring as fuck. Kid A by Radiohead.
Cook.
You're not getting any hate here. I don't like Radiohead, so.
No, I knew. I mean, I didn't expect you guys to give me any hate for this, but seriously, the Radiohead fans talk about this album like it's, by the words of Nick, the second come of Christ, and I cannot get behind it. It just basically feels like how long is the length? Let me quickly check that. Kid A. It lasts for.
I think it's like 50 something minutes.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I'll just say 50 minutes. Yeah, it's literally 49 minutes and 56 seconds. And all I hear is mumbling and grunting. It's so I can't. I don't know what I'm supposed to feel with this album. I don't know what they were feeling when they wrote this, but I can't.
It feels like they were this album. It's the kind of album where they were. It feels like they were trying to go for this like super experimental and like deep, like kind of thing, and then it's so boring.
But it worked for the Radiohead community. It worked. The ratings are extremely high, and it just didn't work for me. It's boring.
I guess.
And it's not that I listen to weird shit, but that wasn't it. I don't know.
To be honest, I kind of feel that way about Radiohead in general. Like, they're very overrated.
There, and I will say, Kid A, it's maybe like one of the most pretentious albums of all time.
Literally any Radiohead album almost is at this point.
Yeah, it is insanely pretentious.
What's OK Computer that is also a pretentious album?
Yeah. I think I've listened to that album all the way through, but that was like
it's so
when I was
boring.
That album has a few like okay songs on it, but like, as a whole,
I like 2 or 3 songs on it. But yeah, overall, I think that band's very overrated. That's a good pick, though. You're gonna get cooked by the Radiohead fans with that one.
Yeah, I know. If they ever, I know, but it would just prove my point. That album is not good.
Anyway, Hugo, what's your first pick?
I don't know if I'm going to get cooked in here for this, but my first pick is Karelian Isthmus by Amorphous.
Yes, you are going to get cooked. I love that album so much.
For me, I still think it's a good album. I think it's like a 7 out of 10. But to me, I don't know. It just kind of feels like a mediocre old school death metal album. Like it just doesn't really do a whole lot for me. Like there's some good riffs and stuff, and there's some good songs, but it's just like compared to their later work, it just doesn't really do a whole lot for me.
I can agree compared to Tales, it's nowhere near as good as Tales, for example. But I do think it's a very good debut. Like I really enjoy it. But
yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's a good. I'm not saying it's a bad album. It's a good album. It's just I don't know. It doesn't grab me as other early '90s old school death metal albums do.
I mean that's fair. I still love it. But I love I mean you love Amorphous more than I do, to be fair. I mean we talked about it the whole episode on it.
Yeah.
So I think I did talk about it as my wild card on that.
Oh yeah. So, speaking of, I should probably mention this, but I got tickets to see Amorphous in November.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could see them, but I think I missed them. I think they were playing a festival in London when they came around, so I couldn't go see them because I didn't want to pay for the full festival.
Yeah, I don't know if the tour I'm seeing them on is coming to the UK.
Oh, also off topic, have you guys seen the Wacken 2026 lineup? It's actually really good for a big festival.
I thought I did.
So the headliners is Def Leppard and Powerwolf, so not the greatest. But then it's like In Flames, Sabotage, Running Wild, Emperor, Sepultura, Lamb of God, Europe, Triptychon, People Playing Battery, Nevermore, Grand Magus. Really cool.
Is that that's not the whole? They haven't announced all the bands though yet, right?
I don't think so, but still, like, especially if Running Wild are playing their final show of all time, that's a big. And Airborne's their next favorite.
The Gathering's so good.
Ew. I fucking.
The only thing is that walk-in is like tickets to walk-in are stupid expensive.
Yeah.
I think I've been sell a liver.
I've been spoiled by a bunch, but you still will see the same amount. Like you'll still see the same amount because like you won't see every single band there. You know what I mean? Like like at Moscow Rock, you could, if in theory, see every single band. There were very few bands that crossed over. Yeah. Because it was basically there were two stages. On one stage it would be like on one stage you'd have Enforcer. Then then when they finish on the next stage is Castle Rat. Then when they finish on the next stage is Sabbath. It's like it goes like that. Yeah. Whereas on those festivals you'll have 4 big stages that'll each have bands on at every single time. Yeah. So you still see the same amount of bands. It's just there's more choice, I guess. But yeah, it's a pretty good lineup though. Like for a big festival, like it's not just like metalcore bands and.
Yeah, I like to think that Walk-In is one of the better big metal festivals.
Yeah, I do agree. But I mean, like 2025 had Papa Roach headlining, so that should say a lot.
It's crazy how Papa Roach literally got famous by one hit song that was just stealing an Iron Maiden riff.
I know. It's just like how they got. It's just how they had that big song ripping off the Judas Priest riff. Anyway, my first pick is only going to get one person mad here, but I know it's going to get one person very mad. And I'm not going to say sorry to Nick because he deserves this.
Oh no!
My pick is The Razor's Edge by AC/DC, one of the most overrated fucking albums of all time.
How is that album overrated? People only really like 3 songs on that album.
It's seen as like a return. It's seen as their big return to form. What are you talking about?
In a way,
it's widely seen as one of their best of the Bryan era. What are you talking about?
In a way, it's only really seen as a return to form because of Thunderstruck, Money Talks, and one more song like Fire Your Guns or something.
Yeah, but Money Talks is shit.
No, that's your favorite song.
No, that song is ass. The only songs I like are Fire Your Guns, and The Razor's Edge. Thunderstruck's okay, but I never used to listen to it. Yeah.
You don't.
What?
Oh my god.
Are You Ready is shit. Has such good lyrics such as Mistress for Christmas and Got You by the Balls. Some amazing songs.
Peak lyrics right there.
AC/DC are a band that should never go over 40 minutes in their running time. This goes for nearly 50. It's so long, and every song sounds the same. Do you know why? Because it's AC/DC, and all their songs sound the same during this era. I like AC/DC up to Fly on the Wall. I really like Fly on the Wall. I know that album's hated by a lot of people, but I really like it. After that, I don't care about anything they really do. And I know that album is widely seen, no matter what Nick lies about, as one of their best. And I genuinely don't get it.
Don't get me started on my AC/DC glows.
Tough shit. Because it is.
For me, every single one of their albums is a 100.
Yeah, even the one he admitted he doesn't really like.
I re-listened and I liked it more. So
no, you didn't. You just rated it at 100.
Nuh-uh.
Anyway, Nick, what's your number 2 that's apparently going to piss us all off?
Lord protect me for what's about to come onto me. I've picked Tapping the Vein by Sodom.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Hear me out.
I'm sorry, what?
Jesus
Hear me out. This album is great. It's not a bad album at all. But in terms of my favorite Sodom albums, it's not my favorite. It's maybe, I want to say top 5 for me. I really like.
Wait, so what's over it then? Because
I like Agent Orange more. I like M16. I like Code Red. Persecution Mania, and I think the new one I like a bit more.
You like the new one more?
You like
Jesus
the
Christ.
new one more than Tapping the Vein, really?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, actually, maybe they're on the same level. I like Tapping the Vein a lot, but it's not their best album. I think Agent Orange is their best. I like it. Yeah, I told you I was going to get cooked for some of these takes. And you think this one's bad? My next one's worse.
Tapping the Vein is their best album.
I have a bad one coming up, but not the next one.
Tapping the Vein is. I don't even think it's my favorite. I just genuinely think it is their best work.
No, in my opinion, it's good. It's like a 9 out of 10 album still. But it's just not the masterpiece, I think. Sodom fans say.
Sodom.
I'm not pronouncing Sodom. I'm not changing how I speak.
What do you mean? What do you mean you're not pronouncing? That's just how you pronounce it.
That's just not how we pronounce it here. So fuck you. It doesn't feel right saying it, so I'm not saying it.
Australians.
So what do you mean? What do you mean?
Australians still spiritually English in the fact they don't care for other people's cultures.
Also, what do you mean that's not how you pronounce it there? Sodom is just how you pronounce the word.
No.
Sodom isn't an English. Sodom isn't an English word. You know that, right?
It's just our accent.
Yeah, but you know it's not an English word, right?
Yes, it's just how we pronounce it because of our accent. It's not because anything like that. It's just.
Yeah, but if I start reading like Scandinavian bands in my British accent, that doesn't mean that's how you pronounce them.
I didn't ask. Anyways, Vitor, your turn.
Vitor, your turn.
This is a band that I like, and I like the band a lot. I think the band overall is overrated, so I just decided to pick what's widely regarded as their best album, which I also think is overrated because it's often regarded as a revolutionary piece in prog metal, and I just don't think so. And that's Lateralis by Tool.
Peak.
Yeah, you aren't getting hate.
Oh, peak.
Yeah,
peak,
wait,
peak,
Nick
peak,
just said Lateralis is peak, by the way.
No, I was meant to say peak. I meant to say peak, not peak album. I don't like that. That album's shit.
The Tool fans are gonna come for you, Nick, because they all love you now.
Yeah, I don't think I'm making any fans here. I'm shitting on the Radiohead kids, the Tool kids, and listen, I like Tool. I like Tool more than I like Radiohead. I actively listen to Tool. I don't know, maybe
Stalin
once
versus Hitler.
every other month.
Battle of Mid.
But Yeah, Lateralus is good, but it's not the revolutionary piece that they think. But it's good.
Nick, was it Lateralus that made you fall asleep during, or was that 10,000 days?
No, that was 10,000 days.
Yeah, you aren't finding any enemies there, I think, in this podcast.
Lovely.
Yeah,
wait, Hugo, do you like Tool or not?
No, I fucking hate Tool.
Okay, good. I didn't think you did.
I despise them.
Same. No, man, but you don't understand, man. Their live shows are amazing, man.
The only thing I like about Tool is their drumming, because Danny Carey's a great drummer.
Danny Carey's phenomenal.
That's the only thing I like about Tool.
Too bad he plays for Tool.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Dude, their newest album was at Fear Inoculum. That was a snooze fest.
I like one song off it.
Yeah, I like Numa.
Yeah, Numa's a good song, but other than that, I don't like anything off it.
Dude, they waited 13 years for half that album to be interludes. By the way.
Yeah.
Average more than Iron Maiden now.
It's worse
than Iron Maiden is so progressive, guys, right?
13.
Yeah, progressive in the fact they play the same bars four times in a row every single time.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing as well. I meant to say that as well. They're not a prog metal band. Like, it doesn't feel like prog metal.
We're talking about Iron Maiden now, by the way.
Okay, well, sorry. Okay, I misplaced.
But I'm guessing you were also saying Tool are not prog metal.
They're not prog metal. They wannabe prog metal.
I still think they're prog.
I would argue they are more alternative metal with mixed with prog.
That's kind of like they have prog elements. Don't get me wrong, but they're not purely prog metal. Not at all. But anyway, I digress. I like Tool. Disclaimer: I like Tool.
That's fair enough. No one's gotten anyone truly mad. Well, Nick has. Nick's gotten us truly mad. But Hugo, what's your?
So my pick is from a band that I've talked before on this podcast. It is a band called Knee Obliviscaris, and it's their 2023 album Exile.
Nah, man.
And the last time I spoke about this was when I spoke about bands that peaked on their debut, because their 2012 album Portal of Eye is easily their best album in my opinion.
Fucking peak.
And this album, most people that I've seen talk about this album generally think it's a really, really good album. And I don't think it's a bad album, but I just think it also isn't like that good. I think it's kind of mediocre. Like it doesn't really feel like it's doing anything all that different from what they've done on their previous albums. It kind of feels like they're just doing the same thing again. And well, they've done the same thing basically for all their albums, which is why I only really like their first album. I think this album is especially criminal in that it just doesn't feel like it's doing anything new. Like it just feels like they're kind of doing the same thing again, and it just doesn't really interest me.
I see where you're coming from, and I'm not gonna take anything away from you. But it just works on me. Like I just listen to it, and it rips, and I fucking like it. But
it has some good moments, and again, I don't think it's a bad album. I think it's a good album, but I think it's not close to as good as their debut.
Yeah, the weakness of their discography is that it lacks variety over their albums.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's undeniable that Port of Eye, to me, it's fucking peak. It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, that's a modern masterpiece.
Yeah, masterpiece.
But this album,
Okay. I won't take it away from you. But I do like EXO a lot.
Okay, Connor.
I think mine is going to be a bit controversial because I do know people love the album that I'm going to talk about. I'm not sure. I know it is a bit divisive, the one I'm going to talk about, but it's still somewhat controversial. I love Morbid Angel. They're one of my favorite death metal bands, but I specifically love the David Vincent era. When David Vincent leaves, I kind of lose interest. So I'm going to go for... I don't mind Gateways to Annihilation. I think it is overrated, but I do like the album. But I don't like Formulas Fatal to the Flesh. Like, this isn't even I don't mind it. I don't like this album. I find it so boring. It's so long. It's like 50 minutes. And I don't think it should be that long. There's a bunch of like weird interludes between it. I don't find the songs that interesting. I don't know why, because I know David Vincent has nothing to do with the music, considering he was, I know he's the bassist, but he was primarily just the vocalist. But yeah, this album has for ages just done nothing for me, and I love Morbid Angel, the first 4 albums. I think specifically the first 3, but I do think that Domination is very good. But yeah, I'm going Formula's Fatal to the Flesh. I know it's loved by a lot of Morbid Angel fans, but for me personally, I do not care for this in the slightest.
I think it's a good album, but I don't think it's as good as the 4 that came before it.
Yeah.
No, I like that album.
I don't know. Maybe I just need to return to it and it'll do more for me. But the couple listens I've given it, it just doesn't hit me. I could also put Gateways here because I don't think Gateways is all that great either, to be completely honest.
That's an L.
Gateways is great.
Yeah, I was weighing up which one to pick because Gateways is more loved than Formulas, but I like Gateways more than Formulas, so they're kind of equally overrated for me. It's just I like Gateways more. But yeah, anything past it.
Better than that horseshit, Illa Divinium, whatever the fuck.
I'll still not listen to that. I will listen to
it.
No, I will listen to it one day.
It's like Super Collider bad.
Oh, I know.
I think it's probably actually worse than Super Collider.
See, I need to save up my bad albums because I listened to the new Slaughter to Prevail and the Hulk Hogan album within the same week. So I hit 2 zeros in a row. I just need to save them up a bit more before I listen to another one. I'm likely going to rate a 0. But yeah, that Hulk Hogan album was that special or something. But yeah, but this whole thing could be basically the what's his name? Trey Asgoth. No, not Trey Asgoth. Steve Tucker era of Morbid Angel, but specifically those 2 albums. Anyway, Nick, what's your final pick that's gonna kill us all?
Now, before I say it, I need to state I think this album is great. It's a good album. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's a bad album. It's I understand why it's loved and why it gets so much praise, but for me, it is not amazing, or it's not like a 10 out of 10 album. But I've gone for a Painkiller by Judas Priest.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Jesus
I told
Christ.
You. Now, as I said, this is a good album. The title track, there's no bad songs on this album. But in terms of my favorite Judas Priest albums, I think there's other albums I think are better and do what I want from Priest. The Defenders of the Faith is what I want to hear from Priest. That's my favorite Priest album. And I feel like Painkiller's songwriting, lyrics wise, isn't as strong as Strange Vengeance, Defenders of the Faith, even Killing Machine, I think, has better songwriting than Painkiller.
That is a take. That's a take.
Sin After Sin. Stained Glass, I think, is better than Painkiller.
Stained Glass.
I can't remember that.
Stained Glass.
Yeah, you know what album I'm talking about. It's a good album, yes. Great. It's not amazing. It's great. It's not peak. Amazing. It's great.
Yeah,
that's my 3 picks. I told you that 2 of my picks would get me cooked. You're lucky. I almost picked Sad Ones for Destiny. I'm not gonna lie.
I would have fucking shot you.
Why did you just say that? So you basically picked both Painkiller and Sad Wings of Destiny?
No, I didn't. You
just said you picked it because you
almost picked it.
So you think it's also overrated because you nearly picked it?
No, because I re-listened to.
What,
I re-listened to. No,
no.
let me because I re-listened to Sad Wings the other day, and I decided no, I'm picking Painkiller.
Fucking
That's
atrociously
still
bad
insane.
take. Like genuinely,
That's
maybe
my
the worst
favorite
take
Priest
ever.
album. That's like in my top
it's
20 of all time.
It's my second favorite Priest album.
That's
It's like 7 or 8 for me.
Jesus Christ.
I
I
can
listened to that
actually
album
look at
the
my.
other day because it's so good.
Let me actually look at my Priest top 5 right now. Okay, my Priest top 5 is Defenders of the Faith, Screaming for Vengeance, Stained Class, Firepower, and Sin After Sin.
I'm just shocked Painkiller's that low because you're into like thrash and speed metal a lot, and that's like their thrash album.
I've got Painkiller at 7.
To say I disagree is an understatement.
Christ.
All
yeah,
right.
I don't think any. Well, I think I'm beating that later, but I think we all know what I'm picking for my final one.
My next one is pretty bad.
I've got one of 2 for Connor. I'm surprised he hasn't said, but I got good feeling that'll be in his honorable mentions. Anyway, Vitor, whose turn is it now? Vitor?
Nick's turned into Bumblebee mode.
Yeah, it's my turn. I'm scared. The first 2 were very harmless because I knew I wouldn't get any shit for it. So first, I'll say my honorable mentions, and I won't talk about them.
No, say your main thing, and we'll go back around and do honorable mentions.
Okay. All right. So disclaimer: I don't just like this album. I love this album. Okay. But when I see the rankings of the discography for this band, I simply cannot agree with the placements that I often see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I much prefer albums like Blackwater Park, Ghost Reveries, Still Life, and Damnation.
Oh no. Oh no.
Listen, I love My Arms Your Hers, but I think it's overrated.
Jesus.
No, that's
no, it's not worse than yours. Yours is worse.
No, yours was worse, Nick. Yours was worse.
Yours is worse. Yeah,
this one's also really bad. No, yours is worse, Nick, but this one's also really bad.
No, listen,
this one's worse.
Listen, I can't emphasize how much I love this album. But when I see it being placed top 3, I just can't agree with it. And I often see it being placed top 3. I just can't agree with it.
See, Vitor, I don't fundamentally disagree with you because it is also not too high in my list, but also my Opeth list is like so tight to the top it may as well be like numbered. That's what I'm saying. Like, Jesus Christ.
Listen, guys, we're supposed to do this thing, and this is supposed to be where we do hot takes, and I'm not gonna come here and say some dumb shit like, one of my honorable mentions, Parasomnia by Dream Theater, like, whatever, whatever. I guess in a way I want to be cooked because it's funny. So yeah, there you go.
This whole episode is just us being in stunned silence what everyone else has picked.
All right, Hugo, it's your turn now.
Your turn to walk up to the firing squad.
I've actually technically talked about this album before, but I felt it was fitting. It's a very, very new album. And it is Rivers of Nihil by Rivers of Nihil.
I'd say newest album, yeah.
Yeah. I've basically everybody who I've seen talking about this album loves it.
I don't really fuck with it.
And yeah, I don't think it's that good. I think it's very, very mediocre, and I think it's very, very just like generic, at least compared to their other albums. Like, it sounds like it's trying to go for this like really, really genetic, like modern metal sound. Because with like the genty, like the super genty guitars in every single song. I know they had that earlier on too, but like it's really, really prominent here in every single song. The weird like electronic elements that they try to do for some reason that I don't understand. There's just a lot of things about this album that I don't know. I just don't think it's particularly good. And I think that I don't know. I just don't think it deserves all the massive praise that it's gotten. I think that it is clearly a lot worse than their previous work. Because Rivers of Nihil can make really fucking good music. I mean, Where Owls Know My Name is like one of the best modern metal albums. But this album is just, I don't know. I don't know what happened. They just kind of, something happened and the album is not nearly as good as their other albums.
Okay.
And yeah.
I don't hate it.
The more I re-listen to that album,
you rate this album 100. I don't want to hear it.
Yes, I know, but the more I listen to it, the more it grows off me.
So yeah, you probably still have it rated 100 to be honest. Let me check.
I don't think so. I think I changed it.
You changed it to a 76. Nick, I love this kind of off topic, but I love how Nick will just listen to an album one time, rate it like something like crazy, and then he'll listen to it again and realize, oh, my rating was so stupid because you can't listen to an album one time and then rate it.
Someone we know once said that Nick listens to albums and then rates them on a random number generator. It's kind of true sometimes.
Yeah, no. To be honest, Nick, you need to stop rating albums after your first listen.
Shut up.
That is a thing I think the most like modern listeners do suffer from, is not giving stuff more than one chance.
Like I never rate something after only listening to it once.
I will, but I will then change that rating per re-listens. I don't like to, like, there will be albums I give cursory listens and then don't go back to.
If I don't like the album on first listen, I won't listen to it again. But like, if I like an album, I listen to it multiple times so I can get a proper rating of it.
I'll re-listen to it if it's like a band I like and I want to like try and get into it. If it's like, what's it, like the I think of a good example. The New Ghost, for example. I listened to that album at least like 5-6 times to try and get into it. It just didn't click with me.
Yeah, I like, what's it called? I like a couple of the songs on it, but I think it's definitely like I think the production is definitely the main problem with that album. But also, I think
the production is fucking awful on that.
Yeah, album. What's it called? But I also really don't like the ballads. I think the ballads are just bad.
American Death was it? Was it American Death or something? That song is
horrible.
It's corny.
That's not on Ghost. That's on Rivers of Nihil. But what's it called? What's it called though? Yeah. What's it called? I will say though, from Ghost's new album, the song Peacefield and the song Umbra, I think both of those songs are really good. I really like both of those songs. The songs were also a lot better live than on the studio.
That's fair.
I feel like generally this album was made to be played live less than in the studio.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I feel like this album was really just like made for this big world tour that they're doing right now, less than it was just like a album to be played on this, like listened to as an album.
My biggest complaint about the Ghost album is that the guitar tone is horrendous.
Yeah.
It doesn't even sound like the amps turned on.
It's just weird because it's like Impera, like whether you like it or not, has a great production to it. Like it sounds big, the bass is loud, like the guitars are great.
Connor, what's your last pick?
My last pick is surely going to get me death threats sent to me. This is not only one of the most widely loved albums by this band, it's one of the most widely loved metal albums of all time. Some say it changed metal forever, and I would agree with that. But personally, it's never grabbed me fully. It's grabbed me more as I've listened to it more, so it might get better, but I still don't find the complete love for Paranoid by Black Sabbath.
Yeah,
I think.
My fucking god!
That's the worst. That's the worst one.
It's not worse than your Painkiller.
Your Painkiller is
No, it's not worse than your. It's not. First of all, no, it's not. Second of all, your Painkiller takes worse.
No.
Let me explain.
I honestly don't even know.
Let me explain first. I think War Pigs is one of the greatest album openers of all time. I think Fairies Wear Boots is one of the greatest album closers of all time, and the part where like the drums build into like the main riff going back in again is just one of my favorite Black Sabbath moments ever. I've grown to love Planet Caravan. I think Electric Funeral is really good. The rest
So?
I can kind of do without. Hand of Doom, I think, is good. It's a bit too long, but I do find it quite fun. Paranoid is fine for what it is. And then nothing can fucking stop me from hating Iron Man more than I fucking do. I fucking hate that song. The more I listen to it, the more I hate it.
Why? I don't understand why.
That song is great.
Because it moves at the speed of a fucking glacier for no reason other than they just can't be bothered. It's so repetitive. And unlike every other Black Sabbath song, which like starts slow and then kind of builds into something, it just does the same thing overall. The solo's fine, but not amazing. I don't mind. I don't hate the song in a vacuum. But when everyone says it's one of the best Black Sabbath songs, when they have so many songs that do their exact thing better. Go ahead.
I think you just don't really like slow music, and I think that's the problem.
Well, no, but I like some of the slower songs on this, and then I really like Master of Reality, which is arguably their doomiest album.
Yeah, well, everybody else loves this album song, so I think it's you that's wrong with, not the song.
To me, it just sounds like you're calling Iron Man Paranoid overrated.
Yeah, no, I'm calling the whole album overrated.
But it's not what it sounds like.
I just said half the album I can do without.
Okay.
You're fucking...
okay.
I don't.
I also said it's a great album. I just don't think it's. I genuinely. This is not even in my top 10 Black Sabbath albums. I mean, we're doing
That's insane.
That's insane.
That's what I'm saying. We're doing a Black Sabbath show later. It's in the works, so talk more about it then. But genuinely, I will take the other ones, the first 6. I will take Never Say Die over it. I'll take Heaven and Hell and Mob Rules over it. I'll take Born Again over it. I'll take Eternal Idol over it. I'll take Headless Cross over it. I'll take Tear over it.
You need to stop.
Did you just say Born Again over Paranoid?
Yes, I did.
No,
I like Born Again.
I originally thought Nick's Painkiller take was worse, but no.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
Come on, but like, say it with me now, right? Does Paranoid have Digital Bitch? No, it doesn't. Therefore,
yeah, but it has War Pigs.
Unfortunately, does it have
Head of
Disturbing
Doom?
the Priest? No.
Wow.
Does it have Zero the Hero?
Thank God it doesn't.
Born Again is horseshit. That was just a lot to take in.
But no.
The only good thing about Born Again, the only good things about Born Again is the album cover and the fact it ends.
No, listen. I like Born Again. Okay, let's not go crazy. I like Born Again, but no, it's not better than Paranoid.
Born Again is horse shit.
Again,
I think it's the worst Sabbath album.
Anyway, you haven't heard Forbidden yet, so I wouldn't say that so quickly.
No, I've heard that. I still think Born Again's worse.
But anyway, we're going to talk about Sabbath on a future episode we've got in the works, so keep updated for that, where I probably will get told to end my life again. But
yeah, deservedly so.
Yeah.
I think it's a great album. Do I think it's phenomenally influential? Yes. I don't see why it's seen as one of the best Black Sabbath albums, personally. That's my issue with it. It's like, I think the other first, at least to me, the other 5 of the first 6 are more important, are more interesting, have better songwriting, and they're just better albums overall. That's my main.
Connor, I will say that I agree that out of their, like classic original
Black Sabbath to
albums,
Sabotage is like, yeah,
like that original run, I will say that Paranoid is probably the weakest album out of all those. That being said, Paranoid still is not overrated. I still think it's properly rated, and it's a great album.
Honestly, I think Volume 4 is the weakest out of their classic era.
Yeah, because that song has Changes, which fucking sucks.
No, he likes Changes.
Yeah, I know he has Changes, which is why I said that to piss him off.
Changes. Changes is by the way, Changes is worse than Iron Man. Changes is worse than Iron Man.
Damn right it is, because Iron Man is actually a good song.
Has a good riff, and that's about it.
I will agree with Connor about people saying Iron Man is people saying Iron Man's one of their best songs. It's not. I don't think it's one of their best. That's the only thing I'll agree with Connor about Paranoid.
But
Yeah,
no.
Because
changes is horrible.
It just feel like a change because to me it might be my favorite Sabbath album.
Nick.
Hand of Doom is their best song, and I won't hear otherwise.
Yeah, I
That's
think
it's my favorite.
In my opinion, their best song is Black Sabbath.
On God, my favorite song might be Headless Cross by them.
It might be Children. It might be Children of the Grave. I don't know. Anyways,
I think it's Black Sabbath just because of how evil it sounds.
Yeah,
let's save this for the Sabbath episode.
Yeah. We're probably doing a Sabbath episode sooner rather than later. We're just waiting for everyone to catch up on the albums and stuff. But
I've almost finished this.
Let's just say, again, I think Paranoid is a great album. I am not denying its influence on metal. I'm not denying the playing on it. I'm not denying that. I just think it is overrated within the band's discography is my main point here.
Okay.
Anyway, Nick, what are your honorable mentions? And what was the other one you thought I was going to pick? Just curious.
I thought you were going to pick Arise.
I was deciding between Paranoid and Arise, but I decided Paranoid because
I've only got one honorable mention.
Mm-hmm.
This time, it is Soulside Journey by Dark Throne. Because I know a lot of Dark Throne fans like this album.
I just feel like it's not overrated. I think most people agree that this is the worst out of their classics.
No, a lot of people love this album. All I've seen is love this album.
I like that album a lot.
It's a good album, but I don't think people overrate it. Like most people don't really care for this album.
All I see is people loving it and have it high in the Discord.
As much as I like this album, I probably agree with Hugo. But you're not wrong to put it overrated because
I didn't even really like it.
Okay.
I don't like Dark Throne when they're death metal. I know that's only the one album. I just think their traditional black metal sound is their best sound. Like Blazing Northern Sky, Transylvanian Hunger, Panzerfaust, Under a Funeral Moon, all that.
Yep. Peak.
Yeah, that's my only honorable mention.
Peter, what's yours?
All right, I have three. I already said one, which is Fire Insomnia by Dream Theater. A lot of Dream Theater fans blazing it. I don't think it's that good. Only has one good song in my opinion. And I might get cooked for this one. And same argument that I used for Marms Rehearse, being overrated within the band's discography. I guess same thing you did for Paranoid. Leprosy by Death.
Huh?
What?
Look.
What the fuck?
That's the worst.
Come out
that's
of your
the worst
mouth.
one. That's the worst one.
I haven't even spoken.
What the absolute fuck?
Guys, let me explain how he's wrong.
Listen, I love all of Def's albums, no exception. But to me, this is their second worst in the discography, and I often see it placed.
What's the worst? What's the worst?
SBG, and I love SBG.
I'll accept that.
I like SBG a lot.
Nick probably won't, but I'll accept that.
I just think their sound got more polished, and I guess maybe that just appeals to me more. I don't know. I love Leprosy and I love SVG.
It's so.
But I mean, for instance, ITP is my favorite album from them, and
that's based.
And I don't know if it's their most polished. It's probably Sound of Perseverance, but I love ITP. I love Sound of Perseverance. Listen, I just think it's placed way too high when I see rankings, and I love it. Pull the Plug is one of my favorite songs from them. Open Casket is peak. You know, I love the album, but yeah. It probably has my favorite cover if it's worth anything.
Leprosy was the album that got me into death metal, so I'm a bit biased, but like, yeah, that is one of their best.
No, for sure is. And also, I put an honorable mention for a reason, because I don't think it's as overrated as the ones that I mentioned.
It's just the hell is it? Why is there? Bro, I hate how Spotify does this. Apparently, Death released an AI-generated cover single called "Cycle Without End."
No, yeah,
I hate how Spotify does that.
Stupid.
Because it's just some other thing called Death, but for some reason they include it in death metal band.
Is that all your picks, Vitor, or do you got one more?
I have one more. And again, listen, I love Rush. I have the Laser discography enough, but I think Clockwork Angels again often plays way too high in the discography.
Yeah, I can see that. I agree with you on that.
I often see it being placed above Counterparts, for instance, and I just think that's asinine. And yeah.
Hugo?
So I don't really have any honorable mentions, to be honest. I don't really think of any. So yeah.
That's fair. I have quite a few. I did struggle a bit to come up with some. So again, I don't hate all these albums. It's just ones I picked. Who Do We Think We Are by Deep Purple? It's good, but it's not as good as all their other 70s albums to me. It's got two good, A Woman from Tokyo and Super Trooper are really good songs. The rest of it I can kind of do without. Monotheist is one I listened to recently. I do need to give it some more listens by Celtic Frost. It's a good album. It's just not what I want to hear from Celtic Frost, and I completely understand why. It's mostly Triptykon, like before Triptykon existed. It's Tom G. Warrior moving more into that. But yeah, didn't grab me as much. Again, as Hugo so eloquently explained, slower, doomier music isn't always really my thing, so that's probably the reason why. But when I listen to Celtic Frost, I want to hear the early black and thrash more than that. Terra Incognita by Gojira. We did a whole episode on Gojira earlier, where I explained my thoughts on this, so I won't go too far into it. But most of my thing is just I do think it's a bit forgettable.
I think it's a good album, but I think most people agree that it's forgettable, not that it's overrated.
I just don't think it's overrated.
On at least on Album of the Year, it's rated a 77. So,
well, I think that's kind of fair.
It's fine.
Yeah, but I think it's rated far under that. Is what I'm saying. I think it's rated I think it's like a 5 or 6 out of 10 personally.
That's also crazy, but
yeah. Also, why it's not honorable mention. Endgame by Megadeth is seen as their big return to form, and it's so mid, just generic trash. Don't care for it. Another Rush album that I think is overrated, but it's also I've seen people hate it, and I've seen a bunch of people love it, so that's why I've used it as an honorable mention. And that's Power Windows. I see a lot of people say this is a really good album.
I'm on that side.
I know Nick is as well. I genuinely don't care about this album in the slightest. I think it plays it way too safe. It's boring. It's simple. I really like Grace Under Pressure. I think Grace Under Pressure and Signals are perfect new wave albums for this band. I don't like Power Windows that much, to be honest. The Game by Queen, again, has one really good song called Dragon Attack. The rest of it is kind of like them moving more into the funky stuff. It's way better than Hot Space, which is a war crime of an album, but everyone agrees that's a war crime of an album. The Game, a lot of people say it's really good. It has another one, Bites the Dust, which a lot of people like. I don't mind it, but not amazing. Nick's going to get mad at this because I'm also mentioning a Sodom album. I'm just mentioning their newest one, The Arsonist. I've seen a bunch of people say this is a phenomenal album. I just think it's fine to me. But that's my issue with most modern Sodom albums. I think Sodom since the self-titled in like 2005 have been really just playing the hits and just making the same album over and over again, which is fine. I just like Sodom when they do experiment more on stuff like Agent Orange, Tap in the Vein, and the early 2000s albums, M16, Code Red, and self-titled. Bad Magic by Motorhead, seen as this big return to form. I get why Lemmy died soon after making it, so people have a lot of like kind of sentimental value to it, but does nothing for me. Here's a band that I really like, which is Toxic Holocaust, but their newest one, Primal Future 2019, I think it's the full name of it, does nothing for me. I think I really liked everything basically they've done that I've heard, but this album for some reason just really didn't click with me the couple of times I've given it a listen. And the final one is the one Nick predicted, which is Arise by Sepultura, which I've saved for last because I know I'm going to get cooked for it. I have spoken about my issues with Sepultura when we talk about Beneath the Remains on like was it the first episode or the second episode? It's on one of the first ones. I don't hate Sepultura. I understand why they are influential. I don't see why they are seen as so much better than every other thrash band. personally. They just don't grab me in that way. And I know it's very controversial because they are seen as one of the best. This is probably the album I think is their most overrated. I somewhat get Beneath the Remains and Chaos AD. I don't really get Arise personally. So those are my honorable mentions, unless there are others anyone can think of for each other. If we know other ones, I can't think of
Let
any.
me just think for 5 seconds off the top of my head.
I'm trying to think. Oh, that's good.
I guess one I could maybe think of is War Eternal by Arch Enemy. But I think generally modern Arch Enemy is like super loved, but I think this album is I think it's not really that good. It has a couple of songs I like on it, but overall it's very mid.
Yeah. I haven't listened to it because I actually not listened to any Arch Enemy, which I probably should listen to at some point. But
You should listen to their album Wages of Sin. That album's great. But
I will when I get a chance.
Because
okay, no, sorry, keep on.
Because the thing about Arch Enemy is like they have really like they have tons of potential. Because like Alyssa, she is a fucking amazing vocalist, but I think it's not even her fault that the music is so shit. I think it's just that Michael Ammett doesn't know how to write good songs anymore.
Yeah,
and that's crazy because Michael Ammett was the guitarist on Heartwork by Carcass. Like, how do you go from Heartwork and like the good Arch Enemy albums to fucking Deceivers? Like, how is that the same person?
Here's a band I didn't pick them because I'm not a massive fan of most of their discography, but I mean, Vitor chose Radiohead. Hysteria by Def Leppard, I think, is an awful album. I only like the first 3 Def Leppard albums, but that album I fucking hate. And I have like friends in real life that are like into like their speed and thrash metal and death and black metal that still say Hysteria is one of like the best produced albums of all time, and I have to vehemently disagree with.
Not gonna lie, I kind of just hate Def Leppard in general.
Book, yeah, shot.
Oh wait, I just remember when I could say that.
I think
I've got one here. I've got Bonded by Blood by Exodus.
But you don't like Exodus.
Yeah, overrated. I don't like it.
Yeah, but you don't like Exodus as a whole.
Yeah, overrated. Overrated band, especially that album.
So that's not the thing we're talking about.
Yes, it is. Be quiet.
Okay, what were you gonna say, Connor?
Sure. Well, you know my opinion on In Cloud of Venom by Opeth.
Oh my!
And that's what I was gonna say.
Yourself.
I don't dislike it. I just don't. To be fair, I don't even think it's that overrated. I think it's just Hugo sees it as like one of the best albums.
I don't think it's overrated.
Yeah, I'm like the only one who loves it as much as I do.
Yeah,
nobody loves it as much as I do.
But no, prog rock Opeth for me does somewhat little. But I'll just see another one.
What's it called? Heritage and Sorceress are kind of mid, or not mid, but worse. But what's it called? Pale Communion and In Cat of Venom are both great.
I really like Pale Communion. Pale Communion is great. Another one I can pick. Maybe not overrated because I do see this get shit on a bit. But On a Valor Pride by Bolt Thrower, which is the one where they have that different vocalist. And I fucking hate his voice. The music's fine. It's Bolt Thrower, so it's good. But like the vocals
I think most people kind of agreed that there were some.
Yeah. That's why I was kind of saying it like that, because I know some people love it, but
I've got one. I've got 7 Churches by Possessed. I think
you don't like the Possessed.
No, I like the album. Well, I just think the album's overrated. It's also not death metal, by the way.
You just want to say it's not death metal. I was about to say.
I rated it a 75. It's good, but it ain't all that. It's just.
I think that's.
Yeah, it just exists.
I think that's most of our picks that we'll at least say without thinking we're going to get killed.
Having a look.
But yeah.
That was fun.
It was. Although I think we are all going to get killed at some point.
I mean, we all killed
Nick
each
should
other.
get killed for his painkiller take, you should get killed for your paranoid take.
Connor should get killed. Vitor
Vitor
should get killed
should
for his
get
leprosy
killed.
take.
Nah, my OPAP take looks good now, if anything.
No,
it
your leprosy
doesn't.
take.
What's it called? The only people who should really die here is again Nick for the painkiller take, because that one is fucking horrendous, and the paranoid take.
But not the Opeth one.
Well, I think generally his point, I agree with.
You
Whereas I
agree
don't
with generally my point.
I don't.
You said you did when we were doing
No,
it.
I didn't. Because I don't think half of the songs on it are not good.
No, but you agreed it was overrated within the band's discography, but it's still a great album.
No, I didn't say it was overrated. I just said I liked it the least out of all their great albums. But I don't think any of their classic albums are overrated. I just said that it's my least favorite, but I still think it's a damn near 10 out of 10. It's not really saying much.
Also, it's not a band I like. Sorry, it's not singers I like, but they're part of a band I like, and they were technically released as solo albums while they were in the band. But I'm just gonna say the Gene Simmons solo album. It's not overrated. It's seen as shit, but I just want to mention it because it's funny.
Don't fucking remind me of that album.
We need to do a whole episode where we just hate on Kiss.
No,
please.
No.
Yes,
I'm so down for that because they fucking.
Because me and Vitor like Kiss.
They're fucking horrible.
Y'all two can
horrible.
It'd be Hugo and I versus you two.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all two.
Kiss are fucking doo-doo dog shit.
Anyway, we're getting off topic. Let's save it for another time. But I'll just give Nick PTSD and say "Living in Sin" in the Holiday Inn.
No. That song should be considered a war crime.
So
anyway,
your painkiller take.
All right.
We've dropped so many war crimes in here. They think we're the USA. Anyway,
and Israel.
Yes. What are your overrated albums? Put them in the comments so you can get killed alongside us. And who had the worst? Let us know who had the worst take, because I think it's Nick personally. Although I think everyone else will say it's me.
No, it's not.
But
you and Nick are honestly tied.
But yeah. Let us know your picks. Let us know who had the worst pick. Let us know if you agree with any of our takes. Let us know if you're smart and do think Paranoid is overrated.
No.
But next segment is the 2025 albums, and Nick, give us your pick for whatever 2025 album you want to mention.
So, I re-listened to this album for this episode. So it's "Shape of Grief" by Veil of Conspiracy, and I'm pretty sure Hugo's heard this album.
Yep, I'm pretty sure he's.
But
haven't you spoken about some already? Unless I'm misremembering. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if you have or not, but I feel like because you love this album so much, I feel like you probably have.
Oh, if I have, I do apologize. I didn't. If I have,
I'll
I'll
just
make
talk
up.
about that again.
Yeah, I can't remember. I love. It's like it reminds me of that Soul of the Sun album. Was it New Moon or something?
Yeah.
It's like a very Soul of the Sun worship band. I love the clean singing on this album. It is beautiful. It's obviously like sorry music, similar to Soul of the Sun, My Dying Bride and stuff like that. But if you like the Death, Doom, Sorrow stuff, I really do recommend this album.
Well,
it's a very underrated band. They do need
gothic Death Doom / melodic Death Doom.
Yeah, it's very, very good. It's honestly, I'm surprised this band doesn't have more monthly listeners. They have like 400 or something. I thought they'd have a lot more because their production is fantastic as well, and they sound amazing. So I really do recommend this if you haven't checked it out. And again, I do apologize if I have talked about it already.
I think it might have been me that talked about it. Now that I think about it, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Who wants to go next? Miro, I guess.
I go. This is an album that I think you showed me, Hugo. I don't know if you showed me directly or if I got it from you. I think you showed me directly, but you correct me.
Which album is it?
It's the Brazilian M3 black metal.
Mar da Deriva, whatever it's called?
Yeah, Mar da Deriva, yeah.
Yeah, I recommend it to you.
Yeah, so Mar da Deriva, it's by Valduva. It's pronounced Valduva. And it's from Rio. And yeah, it's really fucking good. You got it right on. Type of atmosphere black metal I'm into. And I think whenever I make my top 25. I saw you made yours already for so far in the year. It's gonna be up there as well. It was up there in yours, I think, second.
Or am I don't know where I had it, but I had it. It was. Let me look. It was my.
It was there. It was there. So it's gonna be high in mine.
It was my 8. It was my number 8.
Number 8. So yeah, it's gonna be present in mine as well. And a pleasant surprise. I was. It kind of. When I opened to listen to it, it kind of threw me off. There was only 3 songs. I usually like to see a few more. But it just didn't disappoint me at all. The music is great. Recommend it.
Yeah, I really like how they take like elements like traditional Brazilian music. You know,
there's a lot of a lot of Brazilian drums, a lot of Brazilian elements in it, and to put that in black metal was very creative.
Because usually people just take like Nordic folk music in black metal, but I like when they take like traditional music from other places than just Europe.
Yeah, and it was super well done. The soft parts are beautiful. It makes you really just lay down and listen to it. And the repetitive parts I really dig into.
Yeah.
Thank you for the rec.
No problem.
Yes,
I guess it's me now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So my pick is an album that I listened to like 5 days ago or something now, and it is instantly become my album of the year. I don't think anything is going to beat it as well. I think it's probably going to remain my album of the year for the rest of the year. I highly doubt anything will beat it, and it is an album called The Spin by a band called Mesa.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I listened to it. It's very
And it is just like it's a very like it's a pretty like unique. They have kind of a pretty unique sound. It's kind of like gothic rock blended with traditional doom metal, pretty much. But it also has tons of outside influences as well. Like it has progressive metal influences, it has post metal influences, it has tons of jazz influence, there's tons of blues influence. Like there are so many different influences on this album, and I think it works really, really, really well. I think probably the main highlight would be the vocals. The vocals on this album, or
she's great.
I think her name is Sarah. I don't know what her last name is, but I'm pretty sure her first name is Sarah. And she has an insanely good voice. And yeah, the guitar solos as well are really fucking good. The riffs are really, really good. Like the moments where they're a little bit heavier are really good. The moments where they're a little bit softer and more like post-punky, like the gothic rock moments are really, really good. There's even a few moments with blast beats on this album, which is pretty cool. There's also a moment at the very, very end of the final song where there's some harsh vocals, which I think is really, really cool. Yeah, it's just like it's not like a super, super like extreme or heavy album, but it's still like very like challenging and unique and like progressive. And I think it's like a really, really good piece of modern metal music / rock music. And I think even though you don't really like doom metal, I mean you like traditional doom metal, Connor, but I think you like the song.
I'll check it out when I get a chance to.
Yeah, I think so. I think you would.
Every time I see the band name, I just think of Jar Jar Binks.
Also, just for context, for why I went really quiet there, I'm watching I paused SummerSlam, the main event, to record this because I want to record the podcast and I don't want to keep everyone up, half an hour later. And Nick's just sent in the group chat the fucking ending of the match, which was a shock, by the way, a shock to a guy that basically pretended to be injured for 2 months that came back to steal the title. So
I thought Connor
Nick
knew.
will get cooked.
Sorry.
Nick will get cooked more than he already has been.
I didn't know.
Anyway, my pick.
Seth Rollins.
Shut up. You've not watched wrestling since fucking January, so I don't want to hear it from you.
Keep
By the way, Nick said 6 months ago he'd watch wrestling with me, and I think I mentioned it like 3 months ago. He still hasn't. Anyway, my EP I'm picking is an EP called Into the Fall by LT or Ellet, ELLET, TEA, not the letter T. Confusing name aside, this is a really good kind of like folky, somewhat like folky hard rock solo project. The guy like designs all his album covers, and the album covers are absolutely beautiful. It's just a really nice album. Nice is the best way to explain it. I preferred this album from last year and the EP from last year, but this is just another amazing release from him. I think he is releasing something else this year sometime soon. I just find his albums really relaxing and really chill, and it is one I've gone back to quite a bit because it is just one of those that I can re-listen to quite a lot. But yeah,
I recommend it to people. I'm pretty sure I listened to the first song from it. I'm pretty sure you recommended it to me. It kind of reminded me of Damnation by Opeth.
Yeah, it has that. It's like happy Damnation though. Like Damnation is like sad, but his music is very uplifting and happy. But yeah, all his albums are great.
I'm pretty sure it's LT. That's
LT. It's just I didn't want to say it like that, otherwise it would be like the letter L then the letter T, and that's just not what it is.
Can you spell it out for me again?
ELLE. Jesus Christ.
It's like LE without the I.
Yeah, ELLE TEA.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd highly recommend it. And his album covers are phenomenal, considering he does them all himself. Like he designs them, and like if you buy his stuff on like Bandcamp and things, he will send you like the like prints of the artwork and stuff because he's so proud of them. But that's my pick, and that's all of our picks. And forgot to mention it in the last couple. Well, not the last one actually, because the last one I will put it in, but I forgot. I will not have mentioned it in the last couple. But all of the albums we listen to are in the description. Their Bandcamp pages, if they have one. If not, it'll be like a Spotify link or a link to their Metallum page or a link to their website. Will all be in the description. So if you do want to check out any of these bands, the links to where to find them are all in the description to wherever you're listening to this on. But yeah, we spun the wheel and we got finally one of my picks, which means it's not death or black metal for once. We got my album of the year from last year, which spoils how much I like it, which is Throw Down the Gauntlet by Amethyst. This is the band's debut album after they released an EP the year before. The lineup is Eldo on drums, Miguel S, it's just what it's seen as, they sent him just one letter, on bass, Ramon S on guitars, Yves, or Yves, I guess how you say it, B on guitar, and Frederick G on vocals. They are from Switzerland. They are signed to No Remorse Records. And I'll start with this because it was my pick. I fucking love this album. I think this album is phenomenal. I love their EP before this, but this album was just better in my opinion. I think every song is perfect. It sounds like Swedish traditional metal, which me and Hugo have not shut up about on this podcast before. If you like bands like Gotham City and Heavy Load and Jonah Quiz and Torch and Axe Witch, this sounds like that. My favorite song is probably Rock Nights. I think it's phenomenal. Serenade the Rising Moon is great. I love Take Me Away. I love the whole album, to be completely honest. I think it's perfect. It is one of my favorite albums of all time already, and it's not even a year old. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on the album.
I guess. Oh, yeah, you can go next one.
I obviously don't love trad as much as Connor here, but even I still like this album a lot. I still think this album is fantastic. I think it really does capture that traditional 80s trad sound very well. Even the production, it doesn't sound too modern, but it doesn't sound like a 80s ripoff production, like Interceptor, like trying to copy exactly Venom's production. It's like a nice mixture of both, like old and new production. And I feel like it makes the instruments stand out more and the vocals sound great.
The vocals are very 80s.
Yeah, the vocals are amazing on this.
Yeah, I don't have a favorite song because I like pretty much all the songs but one of them.
What do you mean overall?
I don't like one of them. What was the song? Hold on. Amethyst.
Also, yeah, I want to say. I just want to say this, by the way. Nick pronounces the name Amethyst.
I don't like. I didn't like. Won't do it again.
It's
Nick,
one
you
of my
want
least
to reply to
favorite, but it's still
how
great.
you want to reply? You want to say anything about that? How you
Yes.
pronounce Amethyst?
Let's hear how you say
It's
it.
just I don't. I don't know why. Here we just pronounce things like that, but here it's like amethyst, not amethyst. Like I know it's amethyst, but for some reason we just pronounce it amethyst. I don't know why.
I think you guys in Australia are just. I think you guys are just fucking stupid over there in Australia.
It's so true.
I think it's just a lot easier because our accents are different. I don't know. It just rolls off the tongue easier.
No, it doesn't.
In
Amethyst is nowhere near as.
And Australians are known for making shortening down the words and all that. I don't know.
But you're not shortening down the
word. Shortening down the word. What are you talking about?
Like slang and all that nonsense.
Yeah, but you're not shortening down the word.
Everyone I know just pronounces it amethyst in school.
But what does it have to do with shortening down the word?
Yes, I don't know. It just amethyst. It doesn't. It just. I don't know. It feels longer. I don't know.
What do you mean it feels longer?
You're so
I don't know.
Dominic.
I don't know why we pronounce it amethyst. It's just how it is. I couldn't tell you why. I don't know why. It just is. Us teachers. I don't know.
Fucking stupid, Nick. All right, let's move on.
Vitor, what do you think?
Short. It's just that accent.
I listened to it the next day I saw it on the wheel. I wasn't familiar with it, but it was a very, very pleasant surprise. Amber's and Loose sets the tone very well, and from there it just felt very, very smooth. Like it just flew by, but in a good way. I listened to it again and I liked it all the same. I definitely see myself listening to it again, and I just liked how well it went from one song to the next. Yeah, it was a very pleasant surprise.
Yeah. I guess my turn now.
Yeah.
So, like Connor said, this is very much like Swedish trad metal worship band / album. Like it, you can clearly tell that these guys really like, heavy load, Gotham City, bands like that. I think I said this to Connor earlier, but I think the album, it just has a very like nostalgic sound to it. I'm not nostalgic to it because it only came out last year and I didn't listen to it like that much. But I don't know, it just feels nostalgic for some reason when I listen to it. Maybe it's like the way because like maybe it's the way that the vocals are produced because the vocals are like very, very like 80s style vocals.
I love the cover. Forgot to mention.
Yeah, the album cover's great.
The cover's cool. Their logo is awesome. Their logo is easily the best.
Yeah. My favorite song is definitely Queen of a Thousand Burning Hearts. Like that song is like
the vocals song is on that are fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like
that's what you can go first.
No, go ahead. You go ahead because you're talking about the song.
Right.
So.
Yeah, but I think everything about that song is as perfect as it could possibly get. I think some of the other songs I don't like as much as it. I still like all the songs in the album, but I think a couple of the songs could be a little bit better, at least in my opinion. But I think that song in specific is really, really good.
I'll also say I think why it's so good is it sounds like an 80s band or sounds nostalgic without sounding like it's ripping off a specific band, which is what a lot of modern bands fail at. Like, it feels like this is just a band that were in the Swedish metal scene.
Yeah.
And existed alongside those bands, not a band going, we want to sound like Heavy Load. Or we want to sound like Iron Maiden, for example.
Yeah.
I will say though, I don't think their sound is completely similar. But after I listened to Amethyst, it made me want to listen to Surf Ungle. And I listened to Surf Ungle the same day.
I can see the guitar work. I can see.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know. It kind of took me back. Maybe some miserable there that I felt. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, I would also say the EP is also phenomenal. I luckily bought it when I was in Moscow Rock. It's funny because the EP is called Rock Nights, even though the song Rock Nights is on the debut album. But
yeah. Yeah, I think the EP isn't quite as good as the album. I think the EP is like if the album's like a 9.5 out of 10, I'd give the EP like a 8 maybe, but it's still good.
Yeah, I love the EP, but the EP was what I listened to first, so I'm somewhat biased to that. But yeah, I do really want to see them live. They only tour fucking Sweden, so you know.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because that's where all their fans are.
Yeah.
But
I'll definitely keep a look at it if they ever come near me.
But yeah. Also, very cool to have a band from Switzerland, because I can't think of any other bands other than Celtic Frost who are from Switzerland.
I can think of one band, or I can think of two other bands. I can think of Eluvate, Eluvati, however you pronounce their name, which are one of the bands I'm seeing live with Amorphous later. Where like, they're kind of fine. And then also Samael, the black metal band from, I think they're from Switzerland, and they're like really fucking good.
But yeah, that's kind of our takes on Amethyst. It's a very good album, and you should check it out if you haven't.
No, you mean Amethyst.
Amethyst, sorry. I need to shorten the word.
Hellhammer.
Hellhammer's just Celtic Frost, like before Celtic Frost.
Coroner, Swiss, Dark Space.
Oh yeah, Dark Space. What does that sound in the background?
Yeah, what's going on in Vitor's mic?
Very fucking ascending.
Is that me?
Jesus.
Yeah, it sounds like it's kind of like possessed.
It's Therion. I'm listening to Therion.
Why are you listening to?
Was I that close to the mic?
Yeah, all we heard was like.
Midgard. Go listen. After the episode, go listen to Midgard. That's what it was.
It sounded like there was like a church. It sounded like a church choir in your mic.
It's similar. It was just some background noise to you guys. You want it back?
No,
not now. Everyone's favorite band here, Paleface Swiss, is from Switzerland.
Oh my god, they're so horrible.
There. But yeah, those are our takes on Amethyst, because we got to shorten down words. Apparently saying Amethyst shortens it down, according to Nick, the resident genius here.
I am a genius.
Bullshit.
Really?
Overall, we all agree with that. Yeah, you didn't think you thought I'd watch something that I specifically told you before we recorded.
I didn't see it.
Do this. I told you. It wasn't even you saw it. I told you while in the call.
I didn't hear it. You dumbass.
What were you doing? I told specifically to you.
Now you're just lying. You're just lying now, Nick.
I genuinely didn't hear.
You just weren't listening in that case.
No, because you responded to me when I was talking to you about it.
Did I? I can't fucking remember.
See?
You just forget things, Nick. That's why.
I can cope.
It's not because you didn't hear it. You just forgot.
Nick's got a 2-hour fucking brainwave.
Like Nick, it's not that you forget. It's not that you didn't hear it. You just forgot that he said it.
No. Yeah.
No, he just doesn't regard me too well, so he just doesn't care about me.
I don't want to hear it from you. You bully me all the fucking time.
You say
you. Fuck you. I don't want to hear you say shit.
Let's not get into it now. Let's look at this.
That's what I thought.
But anyway, those are our takes on Amethyst. I think we all love them. I think me and Hugo probably like them the most out of everyone. But yeah, check them out.
Just you and me, or you and I, like Swedish trad metal the most.
Yes. But yeah, they are very good, and I can't wait to see what they do on their next album whenever it gets released, which hopefully is sooner rather than later. But I also I hope they don't rush it. But yeah. I don't think anyone else has got anything else to say for the I'm so tired. For the end of the episode. So yeah, let us know your overrated albums. Let us know how much you disagree with all of us, and let us know how dumb we all are for all of our bad takes.
Specifically, Connor.
Nick, you can't talk. Both of us are just as bad as each other in this one.
I'll stay out of this one.
No. I'm a genius. I'm never wrong.
You're never wrong. If you want proof on how that's a false statement, just go back and watch any episode, because he probably makes some mistake in any of those. Oh no, wait, sorry, I cut them out. But yeah, let us know what you disagree with. Let us know if you like any of the bands that we've posted and talked about. like and share with everyone because we're the best podcast ever.
Oh yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Noted.